So hello everyone and welcome to our YCAP workshop. If there's anyone from the Department of Education, we'd love you to say hello as well because we are in partnership. Is there anyone from the department that would like to just say hello on the behalf of the department?
Hi, Amanda. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
It's Dimakatso. Yes,
yes, you are welcome.
From Gauteng West District.
Thank you. Are you welcoming everyone on behalf of the department?
Okay, everyone is well. You are all welcome to the workshop, and I hope you are going to get all the details that you need for the program. And please take your notes and make sure that you cover each and every part that you are not clear about. And I'm welcoming everyone from all the provinces and our counterparts. We are going to compete with everyone as Gauteng, but before we become competitors, we are fellow students and fellow officials and fellow teachers. So the program is mostly about learning. So everyone, and I'm sure you are going to learn a lot from this program. And I wish you all well throughout the whole program. May your portfolios be full of information. Please go out and do all the research that you need to do. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to welcome everyone. And Amanda, I'm not sure how long I'll be able to stay in the meeting, but I'm not going to stay until the end because it's hectic at the office. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that welcome. So that's an official welcome from the department, and from Empowervate side, we've got a whole team of supporting members who are here to do the workshop with you today. And we look forward to a very productive workshop where we can answer all the questions and make sure that all of you are 100%, ready to do your YCAP projects this year. So I'm just going to go through a little bit of this presentation, and then I'll call up my team members to take you through the 10 steps, and then we'll have a question and answer session at the end. So if you have any very urgent questions that you don't forget, write them down so that you don't lose your train of thought. But I think if we do Q&A at the end, it's going to be better. Otherwise, we won't get through all the material that we have to go through today. But before we begin, I just want to say that we are very excited to see your work, and we know that YCAP is not easy, but it's worth it. So please do bear with the process, and you will see at the end is definitely worthwhile, and it is something that will give you a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience that will help you in every aspect of your life, not only the schoolwork. Okay, so here's our little presentation. So we're just going to go through the steps in big detail today so you understand how to do them and how to put your portfolio together and your oral presentation. And, what is YCAP? So YCAP is all about making positive changes in schools and communities by empowering and motivating the next generation of active citizens and social entrepreneurs. So YCAP is a developmental program. It's not just a competition. It's not about winning and losing. Anyone who does a YCAP project is already a winner in our eyes because you have done something to make a positive change to a problem that you've identified, and you've developed yourselves as well. So it's those two elements that we want to see in YCAP. It's a very practical program. It gives skills that can be used widely. And please do follow us at Empowervate on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. There's an alumni group on Facebook as well for those who've been part of the program before. And there's also the Change Agent Award, which we'll talk about a bit later. It's basically now you're part of the family. If you are part of today's workshop, you are part of the YCAP family, and we never want to see you disappear. Okay, so join us and follow us, and we will now start. So how does it work? When you registered with your application form, then you would have received the guide for teachers as well as the Toolkit magazine. If you did not get any of those things, first speak to your district official. If you don't get anywhere, then you come back to us. But those are the two contact points, your district official and Empowervate. So together we're working to make sure this works well. And if anyone has got any challenges, we go towards each other to make sure that we don't drop the ball ever. That is our goal. And if anything is a problem, please do speak to either one of us or both of us. So now we've got someone who needs to mute. Please mute. Okay, whoever's not muted, can someone mute them, please? Don't mute me because I have to talk. Okay. So YCAP does fit very well into life orientation and EMS, but also it fits into other subjects as well. It's not only those subjects. And the teachers are the YCAP mentors. So we offer support along the way from our support team managers and ambassadors. And we have SDG goals of social, environmental, educational, economic categories, and you'll see that in the toolkit. And that is basically saying that we are following the world trend of trying to solve those SDG goals. You know, we want to make sure that we are working towards a better future for everyone. And so that's why we put that in there to show it's not only local issues, it's also international. So the age groups are grades 5 to 8, which is junior category. And that is any groups of 5 to 8 or a mixture of those grades is also fine. Please mute yourselves. Thank you. Okay, and then we've got the senior category, which is grade 9 to 12. So a school that has grades 8 up to grade 8 and then grade 9 as well, if the grade 9s are by themselves in a category with no grade 8s in them, that's fine. But if there's a category which says grade 5 to 8 junior category and you put grade 9s in there, you can't do that. So it can go the other way where you can put grade 8s in the category with grade 9s if you want to, but you can't go backwards, if you know what I'm saying. So it can go up, but it can't go down. The reason for that is because grade 8s are new at a school. Usually they in the first year of high school, and it's a bit difficult for them to run a program and tell all the older grades what to do, you know, when they're brand new at the school. So that's why we separated them like that. Instead of grade 5 to 7, we said grade 5 to 8. And then also the reason that the grade 12 is there, obviously that is up to the school and the learner to decide whether they can cope with their academics as well as YCAP. And if both parties agree, then that's fine. But obviously academics is most important. So if they can't cope with both, then no, don't take part. But if they can, then go for it. Okay. So we've seen sustainable projects in schools that have changed their culture from hopelessness to one of problem solving and positivity through the program. So it can change a whole culture. It's not just about a competition. And this is how it works. You get your entry form, and then from there you receive the toolkit and teacher's guide, and then the online or in-person workshops, which is one that we're on right now. Then the mentorship and support for the first round, and then the district rounds, the provincial rounds, the national championships. And then there's also the sustainability of the projects and alumni, and in there's also the Change Agent Awards, which is where any alumni can apply to be part of the Change Agent Awards to show what's happened since you did YCAP, you know, with your project and personally. Okay, so this is the toolkit. I'm sure you've all seen it. These will stay muted. I keep having to mute you. Thank you. Okay, so the toolkit looks like that, and inside is the 10 steps. So these are the steps: form and manage a team, roles and responsibilities, SWOT analysis. All of those things are the steps, and we will have these going. We will go through them in detail now. So please do take notes, and if there are any questions, write them down so we can have the questions at the end and make sure that we've clarified anything that doesn't make sense. And we've got a team. I'm just going to say who's doing which steps. We've got Vukosi, who's doing step 1 and 2. Samson is doing step 3 and 4. Ketumetse is doing step 5. Lebohang's doing step 6. Bonakele is doing step 7 and 8. And Elizabeth is doing step 9 and 10. But before we even do that, we're going to start with that now. But I want to say, number one, we want to make sure that you understand that all of these steps here, they are not here just to, you know, read and say, okay, now I'm going to do my own thing. Because I've seen, you know, along the years, sometimes that's what happens. It's like, oh, this is a nice book to look at, but we're not going to actually use it to do the project. No, this is your Bible for the project. You have to use every single step and everything in each step in your portfolio. So how I explain that is I say that YCAP is basically when you go to a maths exam and they say you must show your workings. Don't just say 1 + 1 is 2. Say how you got to 2. So we did 1, and then we worked out that 1, and then there's another 1, and then we add them together, and then it becomes 2. Like, we want to see the whole process of how you did the project. So it's like a working document. We want to see how you did it. And it's like a bit of a diary, if you put it that way. It's like a journal. So you explain, inform and manage a team. This is what we did. This is how we did our team. This is how we got them together. This is the ground rules that we put together. This is the team member that we chose as a leader. This is how we chose them. Whatever it is, we want to see detail. So if you see your portfolio and it's like 5 pages long, it's not long enough. We want to understand how you did each of these steps. So please do document everything, have evidence of everything, and write down everything. Don't say, oh, no, that doesn't matter. I'm not going to put it in. Rather put it in and then later on decide to take it out, then don't put it in. And then the judge asks you a question and you're like, oh, that's the thing I took out of the portfolio. Because if it's not in the portfolio, it can't be marked. So please do take it in that vein, that this is your guide and you need to follow every single step and you get points for all of that. So don't leave anything out. Don't just say, step 3, I don't care about it. Leave it alone. You will lose all those points if it's not there.